All right, recently we told you about a story of a Chula Vista man who has been charged with stabbing his wife to death. The couple are Chaldean Iraqi, which means they are Christian Iraqis. Now, there's an alarming rate of domestic violence within this culture. And someone who can help shed some light is Delquaz Ahmed, the founder of License to Freedom. Welcome to Primetime.
Thank you very much.
And by the way, what a great thing you are doing. Thank you. You are helping our gender out so much.
Thanks a lot.
Tell the viewers exactly what you are doing.
My name is Delquaz Ahmed. I'm originally from north of Iraq. I'm Kurdish, and I run a non-profit organization called License to Freedom. It's a community-based organization that promotes non-violence through community education, self-sufficiency, and advocacy on behalf of refugee and immigrant survivor of domestic violence and relationship abuse in San Diego.
Wow, that's a lot. What made you want to do this? Because this is quite an undertaking.
Well, it's just the whole history. I'm a Middle Eastern woman, born and grew up in a Middle Eastern culture, lack of services, lack of opportunity for women. In the Middle East, we don't have the legal system and the opportunity and the justice for women that American women has. So that made me and motivated me to fight for women's rights.
Like I was telling you during break, I feel a lot of the hatred towards America is how liberated the women are here. And the fear is that will poison their culture, and the women will, in the Middle East, become liberated as well, Americanized.
Yes, the Western culture is the most thing that scared them, that they become a Western. That's something that...
How dare their women have a voice, right?
They don't, at all.
Change is inevitable.
It's hard. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy, but it's not impossible. It's doable.
It is. It sure is. Now let's talk about why there is so much violence in the Chaldean Iraqi culture.
It's not just Chaldean. It's Chaldean, Arabic, Kurdish, Afghanian, Iranian. But if we focus on Al Cajon City, we have 55,000 Iraqis. The majority of them arrived after 2008, after the war. So they have post-traumatic stress disorder, and they came from culture that violence being accepted there. So
it's okay to beat your woman.
It's okay. We don't have a legal system to protect
women. Beat your dog,
women.
beat your woman. Unbelievable.
Exactly, beat your kids. So they came from different culture, different perspective, and when they arrived to United States with zero, and I'm saying always zero education about issues of domestic violence. So they don't receive any information that you cannot beat your wife, you have to treat her equally. They don't receive those information. That's why we have a lot of issues.
And sin gets passed down from one generation to the next. If the boy is beaten by the father and has watched the father beat the mother, that is what his norm is.
The influence.
He grows up,
beats
his children and his wife, and that gets handed down to the next generation.
It's the influence, and I always call it social contagious. It's a social contagious.
It's social disease.
Exactly.
It is. So they come here to America, and that is not our culture. Men go to jail for that.
You know what? I always say that those people, they came to United States, they leave everything. They leave the people they love. They leave their land. They leave the beloved one. But they carry most heavy thing, their cultural belief, and they bring it to United States, and it doesn't work here. It doesn't work.
Especially one that is toxic.
Exactly.
That hurts people. Talk about some of the women you help.
Well, since 2002, we were able to help 1,600 women and children survivors of domestic violence. And one of the women, I'm so proud that we were able to help 18 years old. The husband's family, they went back to Iraq, and pretty much they bought her, beautiful, young. They were looking for a beautiful, young, quiet lady. They got her to United States. They never applied for her immigration status. The husband was beating her every day. She was young, beautiful, sharp. And one day her American neighbor, she said, "Why are you crying?" She said, "My husband beating me every day." She said, "Why you don't call the police?" She told her that because I don't have immigration status and they will deport me. She said, "No, honey, not in the United States." I remember that night when she called the police, her husband was arrested, and the police called me. It was at midnight when I went there. We provided a lot of support. We filed restraining order against her husband. I know it would put me in a lot of risk that being a Middle Eastern woman and trying to empower and support victims of domestic violence, it takes a lot of challenges, not just for me, for her. So we were able to find her shelters through our program. We helped her to get, some alimony. We helped her to find some strength to be able to challenge the community, because we belong to the community that victim of domestic violence being blamed for, accessing services and reporting the incident to the police. This is a big taboo.
And she was able to stay here.
She was able. We helped her to get her green card.
Yeah.
She became U.S. citizen. She became U.S. citizen last year. She's working.
Can we get her on the show sometime?
We hope.
Let's ask her.
She's one of the most empowered, sharp, that I'm really, really proud.
Well, let me tell you, change starts with women like you, people like you. So you're doing great things that will be passed down. You will change history in what you're doing. So thank you.
Thank you. And, Margaret Mead say, never doubt that a small group of educated, thoughtful, dedicated women can change the world. Indeed, that's the only thing ever has. So we are a small group, but we were able, and we are able. We never stop. We are in to win.
Thank you so much. We all thank you.
You're
My
welcome.
whole gender thanks you, our gender. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank
See
you.
how the future brightens for you, man. You had good karma coming your way.